Hello, thanks for taking the time to watch my video. So I have made this glue book, junk journal, and I wanted to share it with you. It's made completely from recycled material, and this was packaging of some sort. You can see that it has the little holes where it hung on the shelf. So I just used that to hold my ribbon. So that's what I put my ribbon on. I used dictionary pages and some watercolors and a little bicycle, and everything's just glued on. And it was a lot of fun. And I made this the end of last year, and I spent the first half of this year working in it. I've put some little pockets in there, and it's a place that I can just put little goodies. I do a lot of swaps and trading online where I get a lot of Happy Mail. So if I find something that's interesting that I want to preserve in that particular spot and maybe not necessarily use in another project, then I just stick it in there. And all of these pages were made out of an old magazine. And I took the old magazine and I folded it in half, and then I tore the pages and I sewed everything in by hand. So these pages are very, very thin. And this used to be a really flat book, but I just kept adding to it and adding to it. And anytime I'd have little doodles, I'd put them in there. I would take it to work with me. If I had a few minutes on a break, then I would do something in there or glue something. For me, it was a very meditative book. It was just really soothing and sort of centering to just grab this book, and it has no rhyme, no reason, no theme. It is simply whatever page inspired me, I would glue something on it. And if it had a page that I liked, there are some images in here that I thought were really pretty and beautiful all by themselves. So then I would just leave those pages blank. It was around the time that it was Christmas, so I had access to a lot of candy. So I saved a lot of candy wrappers. So you will see a lot of candy in here, or leftover candy. And I would just staple it and add it together. And I like the texture of it. I like the, this is a great flip book. Like, it's very interactive, and it has lots of different sound effects and different textures when I flip through it. So it's really satisfying. And for me, just flipping through it was sort of a meditative, calming thing too. So I think these books that we create, these junk journals or memory journals or art journals or writing journals, I think they have a lot of health benefits, mental health benefits, to create them, to review them, to capture moments in time. I think they're really a great source of understanding ourselves, and also taking a little bit of nostalgia from a time and a place and putting it in there. I've saved some tags from my son's pants that I bought him, and it's just a nice little memory. I can remember we went to the store, what we were doing, you know, what was the occasion that I got these. So it's sort of a memory book also. And this drawing, I drew the pictures and my 7-year-old daughter colored it. So that's another great memory. I remember that every time I see that. It was like this joint artwork that we did together. And throughout the book, there will be some color themes. Like if there's a particular picture I like, then I'll just start adding things that are in that colorway or that color range, and just sort of keep them together. Or if I have scraps of paper, I'll throw them on, or stamps that never made it into whatever project I was working on. This is such an eclectic book, and it tells a story of what was going on for me at that particular time. And I've been doing a lot of experimenting with lots of different kinds of art, things that interest me. So here's a woven piece that I did, and this is all just junk and some stitching and some watercolors. So it has no limits, it has no restrictions, and it's really an exploration book, exploring what interests me at the time, trying out different techniques. Some work, some don't work. And I have pages in here that I just want to set on fire because they're so damn ugly, but you know, it's all part of the process. So these are some envelopes that I stitched in there. And if I have trading cards that I particularly loved, or maybe weren't necessarily worth trading, I would stick them in here. So these were my exploration of evil robots. Where else is a girl supposed to keep her evil robots? So with trading online, a lot of times I get mail from all over the world, and it's really exciting to see the different postmarks and the different stamps. And a lot of times I'll just cut those up and glue them in somewhere because they really are beautiful. And if I find a trading card that I really like or is matching the theme that's happening on that particular page, I could slap it on there. And you'll see a trading card here that I got as a gift. And I was finishing up this book because I'd had it for a long time and I was ready to put it away, to finish it up and put it away. So it has a couple of blank pages I just never got to. But on the whole, I'm calling this one completed and done. I've put a start date and an ending date on it in the front pocket. So, there it is, a documentation of one particular segment in my life. And one of my favorite things about junk journals or glue journals or art journals is that they can never be recreated. These are unique, these are one of a kind. It will never exist. If I tried to recreate it, I would be able to. So that's one of the things that I love. It is completely unique and original. So happy creating, everybody. I hope you have a great day. Subscribe if you like junky things, junk journal, trashy art. Have a great day.